Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are diving into the ultimate neon tetra care guide, bringing a slice of the Amazon right into your living room. We're going to keep this fast-paced and science-backed, giving you everything you need to build a thriving ecosystem for literally one of the most beloved fish in the entire freshwater hobby. Whether you're setting up your very first tank or you're a seasoned aquarist looking to dial in that perfect setup, stick around because we're going to explore exactly how to make these incredible little fish flourish. But first, I've got to ask you a question. How exactly do you make a neon tetra glow? These fish are just massively popular, but so many people bring them home only to find their colors looking, well, kind of dull or washed out. The secrets to unlocking those vibrant, eye-catching colors, it's not magic. It's 100% environmental. It is all about how closely we can replicate their natural habitat. If we can understand exactly where they come from, we can figure out exactly what they need to thrive. Meet Paracherodon inesi, or as we all know it, the neon tetra. These are small, super peaceful freshwater fish native to the Blackwater and Clearwater streams of the mighty Amazon basin. Now, picture that environment for a second. It's heavily shaded by this dense jungle canopy, and the water, it's often tinted really dark by decaying leaves and organic matter. Their iconic, luminous red and blue stripes actually evolved specifically because of those dark, murky waters. Think of those bright colors as a visual beacon. It allows them to see each other and school safely together in the low light. So it stands to reason, if we want them to look their absolute best, we've got to mimic that Amazonian stream. Okay, let's dive into Section 1, Building the Perfect Tank. Understanding their wild habitat brings us right to the practical hardware you're going to need. And it all starts with the tank size. The magic number here? 10. A 10-gallon tank is the absolute bare minimum required to house a small school of about 6 to 8 neon tetras. Remember, these guys are schooling fish. They find safety in numbers, and honestly, they'll get super stressed out if they're kept alone. Now, while 10 gallons is the minimum, if you can bump that up to a 20 or even 30-gallon tank, you're going to get much better water stability and provide them with plenty of that lateral swimming room they absolutely love. Once you've got the glass, it's time for life support. Step 1 is your filter. A hang-on back, or HOB filter, or even a canister filter for larger tanks is totally perfect. The key thing to remember is that these filters need to provide a gentle water flow, which mimics those slow-moving streams they're used to. Step 2 is a reliable heater. You're looking for something like a 200-watt model to keep things nice and tropical. And Step 3, lighting. Standard LED lighting running for about 8 to 10 hours a day is all you need. Neons are active during the day for sure, but moderate lighting is essential to prevent unnecessary stress and keep annoying algae growth in check. With the hardware sorted, we're moving on to Section 2, Mastering the Water Chemistry. This is absolutely crucial, and honestly, it's exactly where a lot of beginners trip up. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we need to hit to recreate that soft, acidic Amazon water right in your living room. Let's break it down. Keep the temperature comfortably between 70 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 21 to 26 Celsius. For the pH, you want to aim for slightly acidic to neutral, so anywhere between 6.0 and 7.5. And finally, water hardness. This should be quite low, right in that 1 to 10 DGH range. Seriously, the only way to make sure your water stays locked into these ideal ranges is by using a high-quality liquid test kit on a regular basis. It's pretty fascinating how your decor directly impacts both the biology of the tank and how awesome your fish look. Let's start with a dark substrate, something like black sand or fine dark gravel. Why does this matter? Well, a dark background literally forces those neon red and blue colors to pop vibrantly by contrast. It looks amazing. Then toss in some live plants, think Amazon swords, Java fern, anubias, and maybe some natural driftwood. These do double duty. They give the fish natural hiding spots, which drastically reduces their stress levels. And the plants actively help maintain your water quality by soaking up nitrates. Okay, let's talk food in Section 3, the ideal tetra diet. Just like that dark substrate we just talked about, what you feed your tetras directly impacts their internal health and that glowing coloration we're after. Let's get into some concrete feeding measurements. In the morning, you want to offer a high-quality tropical flake food. We're talking about 1/2 teaspoon for every 6 fish. Then, when evening rolls around, mix things up a bit. Give them some live or frozen foods like brine shrimp or bloodworms, offering about 1/4 teaspoon per 6 fish. Neon tetras are omnivores, so combining a stable flake base with those rich, meaty treats, that's going to yield the absolute best results for their energy levels and, of course, their stunning colors. Now, here's a bit of a pro tip, and it's a surprising fact that catches a lot of new fish keepers totally off guard. You should actually skip feeding them entirely 1 day a week. I know, it sounds crazy, but fasting them is completely safe for up to 48 hours. Giving them that one day off allows them to fully clear out their digestive tracts. It keeps their digestive system incredibly healthy. And honestly, it's one of the best ways to prevent overfeeding, which can absolutely wreck your water quality before you even know it hit you. So we've got the tank, the water, and the food down. Let's look at the final piece of the puzzle in Section 4, Tank Mates and Health. This is all about creating a peaceful community and keeping disease out of your meticulously built ecosystem. First things first, neon tetras are tiny. Like, they max out at around 1.5 inches long. Because of this, you absolutely have to pair them with similarly sized, highly peaceful companions so they don't get stressed out or bullied. Some really excellent tank mates would be small, colorful guppies, or maybe some bottom-dwelling Corydoras catfish. They're great for keeping the substrate clean. Schooling harlequin rosboras and peaceful dwarf gouramis are fantastic choices too. Putting neons with large or aggressive fish is pretty much a recipe for disaster, so definitely stick to a curated list of gentle community dwellers like these. But even in the most perfect community setup, you've still got to watch out for illness. The two big ones you'll see are itch and fin rot. Itch usually shows up as these distinct little white spots that look almost exactly like grains of salt sprinkled over the body and fins. Fin rot is, well, exactly what it sounds like: frayed, deteriorating, or discolored fins. The good news? Both are highly treatable with over-the-counter meds, but I can't stress this enough. Your absolute best defense against both of these is a strict 2-week quarantine in a separate tank for any brand new fish before you ever let them near your main display. Now, let's say you master all of this, and you're looking for a genuinely fun challenge. You might want to look into breeding. Breeding these egg scatterers is definitely a bit more of an advanced concept, but man, is it a deeply rewarding way to level up in the hobby. It does require a separate, dimly lit 5 to 10 gallon tank, and the water parameters have to be a bit more extreme than their daily setup. Think cooler water, right around 68 to 72 degrees, and extremely soft water at 1 to 2 DGH. Getting the conditions just right and watching them scatter their eggs on fine-leaved plants, it's an absolutely incredible process to witness. So the crucial point here is that while this explainer has given you the foundational blueprint, actually executing it requires the right tools. I highly encourage you guys to head over and visit the TankZen blog to check out their full, comprehensive written guide. That's where you can dig into the specific hardware they recommend, like those Eheim Jaeger heaters, API test kits, Tetra flakes, and the exact medications we talked about today for treating itch and fin rot. All right, you've got the facts, the science, and the blueprint. But it all leaves us with one final, pretty amazing thought to ponder. If we can so perfectly recreate a vibrant slice of the mighty Amazon River right inside a glass box in our living rooms, what other hidden aquatic worlds are out there, just waiting for you to discover and master? Grab your gear and start building today.